People of the internet, how do? I am that African guy, and today on Total Cult Zone Presents, I'm joined by Monorants as we review an episode of Contractors from Hell. Well, actually, it's a movie about contractors from hell called Clawfoot. But, you know, as it's Hollywood, there is not an ass crack in sight. Well, actually, there is an ass crack in sight, but, you know, well, yes, Woody, okay. We'll get into that. No, not the ass crack, obviously. I mean, wishful thinking, really. Play the trailer.
This morning when I woke up, Evan was gone. There was no note. I called the office, called his phone. The handyman is what's strange. All of a sudden, Evan disappears and this guy just shows up.
We're not doing any construction.
Well, I have an order here. It says bathroom renovation. That is your husband's signature at the bottom, right?
Were you going through my stuff?
Me? No, never.
I'd like you to get out of my room.
Right in the middle of a job? I don't think so.
Get
What? What did I do?
out of my house.
You better get used to this face.
Bono, Kira, hello, how you doing?
Hey.
Oh.
So, usually on this show, I get people in to talk about films they've seen they recommend as well. You do a film show anyway.
Yeah.
And usually films you've watched you're doing for the podcast, so any that you aren't doing for the podcast that are too good for it or, you know, off style that aren't for that you do as promote or want people to watch. Good stuff.
Good stuff that we want people to watch.
Not from the 90s.
Oh,
We did go see Alien Romulus,
that was excellent.
and that is incredible.
And we were just talking about, before we started recording, Murder Size, which we watched on Amazon Prime a while ago, which is like cheap slasher B-movie stuff. That was excellent. That was great fun.
I might have to splice that conversation in because I did record it. Spicy.
Murder Size on Amazon Prime. It's hilarious.
Oh my god, you need to watch it. It's so funny.
I have seen, I think I follow one of the guys in it, Drew. I can't remember his second name now.
Hang on, you follow one of the guys who was in
I think
Murder
it's
Size?
Size. Yeah, he's like a big guy with a beard.
Fuck off. He's the best thing about the film.
Yeah, he's done loads of like he did like
Drew
a film.
Maverick.
Drew Maverick is the one,
Drew
yeah.
Maverick, yeah. He's
He's
hands down
honestly the best thing
about it.
about that film. It's
Except for
so
possibly
fucking
look at
funny.
my titties.
That's
I
why
paid for
it's so
them.
funny.
Someone's going to look at them.
There's a,
Is
there's a
is that Jessa? I think it's Jessa. I can't remember her name now.
That's
She's
just
like-
looks.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
and she's like, look at them, and he's going, no, respectfully, no.
he's the best. Honestly, the best thing about it. Do you know him? Did you say?
No, I've followed him for years now on Instagram because he did a
right.
film a couple of years back, and it was like a old school horror. He's like specialised in that, does special effects, and
Yeah, everything seems to be there. It's like Pool Party Massacre, which I'm going to
That's
take it
the
as
one.
along the same lines as Murder Size.
he released it on VHS.
Yeah.
Just put it in stores with VHS. He bought loads of old VHS tapes, sprayed them all green, did it like DIY,
Nice.
and it sounded awesome. I think I watched that one. He's quite cool. And Jess of Flux as well. She, I don't know if you watch Red Letter Media videos on YouTube. They
Not
do like
years,
really bad
but
movies.
Yeah, I remember them.
Triple
cover-
Xmas. I want to watch that.
They did the movie with her in, and they were like slating it, but they were like, "Oh yeah, she's having fun." She's obviously just shilling her OnlyFans, and she joined in with it, like taking the piss out of the film. So she sounded like she's having a laugh with it all.
She's the two of them have a scene together in Murder Size, and it's the best. It's the best thing in the film. So yeah,
We need to watch Bathtub Shark Attack.
Bathtub Shark Attack.
And we're back.
It's that easy.
Yeah, great. Fix it in post. So, Press, the movie partnership has announced that home invasion thriller Clawfoot, the feature debut from Michael Day, will be available on digital download on Apple TV from the 23rd of September, which was yesterday as of recording. So it's available now. There you go. Francesca Eastwood stars as an upper-class housewife, Janet, tormented by manipulative contractor Leo, played by Milo Gibson, hired to remodel her bathroom, joining forces with her best friend Tasha Olivia Culpo. They turn the tables on him and ignite a twisted battle of wits with delicious, unexpected outcomes. A short, sweet, slurry, slightly spoilerific synopsis there. There you go. I can't get through words today. Hopefully you're better than me at speaking.
Not when it's written in front of me, no. I often have similar problems.
Oh, so all over the place today. My alternative take is it's similarly short but less spoilerific. I've got it as Nepo Foot.
Yeah, I was going to call it Battle of the Nepo Baby.
The film in which Mel Gibson's son Milo plays a guy that annoys Clint Eastwood's daughter Francesca by mansplaining a bunch of stuff to her while installing a new bathroom her husband arranged to have done before he went missing. Because it's hard not to see Mel here. He's a spitting image of him, and he's shouting at a woman.
I had speaking of Alien Romulus, the Ash young Ian Holm thing. Yeah. And I spent a good part of the film being like, oh my God, that's so
Here
weird.
thought he was de-aged Mel Gibson.
I really did. Or I was getting like, you look like him, but you're not enough like him.
Some sort of weird intergenerational uncanny valley effect.
Yeah. And it really did make me very unsettled, especially because he's shouting at women. Ooh, we haven't seen Mel Gibson do that.
Yeah, he's
especially when he gets her by the neck when he's like threatening her at the front door, and I was like, oh my God, you're this close to an anti-Semitic remark. Like the time when he got pulled over by the cops.
Oh yeah, no, we
yeah. And that took a bit to get used to and be like, it's not his dad. It's okay, he's not gonna come and like kablah at you.
He's like a chunkier version. Like if you got Russell Crowe in there as well, a little bit.
Yeah, he's a bit like heftier.
Mm.
But it's not like he's hefty.
I wouldn't have placed her as an Eastwood though.
No, she's gorgeous.
I don't know if you put Clint Eastwood in a blonde wig and squint.
Maybe, but you
hard.
could do it with her brother.
What?
Because
put the brother in a blonde wig and
yeah,
squint.
because it's similar age range at least.
But yeah, my explanation of it doesn't give much away, but it adds a different level of horror to it. And but I'm sure it'll be being played on here. It's hiring someone to do something in the house and letting them roam around the place without you keeping an eye on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's bad at that part.
Touching up on all of the stuff, like just rifling through everything.
I kind of liked his just general antagonism towards her from the get-go. Because he gives her no reason to trust whatsoever, but she trusts him anyway.
Yeah, and he just kind of barges his way in.
Yeah, and installing something you're not actually on board with, the Clawfoot bathtub, which is the titular thing, really. Freestanding bath, which I really like, but would require a huge bathroom.
And a lot of floor reinforcements. Family of ours have one, and it's in a really weird angle in the middle of the bathroom. You come in and it's kind of presented to you at a 45-degree angle.
Yes, diagonally across the bathroom.
And it would cost a shitload to get rid of it because all the pipework and everything has been moved for where it is, and they don't use it because it takes ages to heat up as well because it's a metal bath.
Not style you go with then.
No.
I like that she goes on a journey with it.
Yeah, like the fact that she's like, do you know what? I actually like this. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
One of the better gags in the film, but
I
I'll
actually
save that for the end.
really like Francesca Eastwood though, because she's very hard to place. Like even for a lot of the shots, she's face on, and you can't read what's going on her face at all, and you don't know if she's entirely in that reality.
I like kind of not a slow drip, but yeah, the kind of what they feed you about her character. So you are like, is she hiding something maybe, or is it just that she's so off put by him? And then obviously as it goes on, you get more information about both of them.
The first half of the film is pretty much Leo and Sam, the contractors from hell, coming into Janet's super shiny domain with shiny white appliances, shiny white clothes, shiny everything, and just making a mess of it, just being there. Their presence dirties up the place.
The bolognese, though.
Can
we talk about the bolognese?
I just like
That's
the
like the
fact that
worst
she
part,
did not
almost.
clear
That's
her
the
bathroom.
most horrible bit. Yeah.
No, you might have had an issue with the bolognese. I was like, you've just let men in who are going to demo your bathroom and you haven't removed anything from it.
Yeah.
Like you put on lipstick and are like, fucking, all right, go for it. And you don't remove anything. Like you have like, and you're worried about them rifling through your things.
No, the bolognese was more upsetting for me.
Same.
I was
don't
just
know,
like, she's a silly bitch, you can't cook.
And I was upset with it even before he went and used his dirty hands to pick up raw meat and just throw it into the pan.
Oh. All the things and there's no water. Oh God.
Yeah, that is, I think, yeah, they do play with the horror of shitty contractors quite well, don't they?
So that's the worst part of the film, yeah. Just the bolognese. Bolognese.
The bolognese.
Have
I
you
like
had
that
bolognese
they're
been made with
all-
milk as well? That's
Yeah. I did actually enjoy his little contractor assistant dude.
Sammy.
You really like Sammy.
Sammy was great fun.
Sammy's just like this sweet innocent soul that's just like in the middle of whatever's going on, but then you're like, is he? Is he as like sweet and innocent as he makes out to be? And his nervousness around her, I adored.
His little wistful lunch break is how I'll describe it, I suppose. You know, when they take a bit of a break from the house and he's outside just kind of talking to himself. That cracked me up.
yeah. It's the first half of the film. It doesn't feel like they're real people, especially her, where it's you're seeing flashes of her inner thoughts, and like I say, the house is just all shiny and white and doesn't look real. And you've got this one thing in the background.
So
It's like
tacky. Parts of it are like, who has flocked bedroom furniture? Like the only thing that would have made that bedroom set tackier if it had been like that mirrored, like entirely mirrored. You know the ones. You've seen them. You've seen them in Harvey Norman.
But her lack of taste does become a plot point.
Yeah. I like her bathroom. I like that big jetted cornered tub.
it's very 90s. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
But they were comfy. You could get all the way into them. If you were tall, you could actually like get into a comfortable position. I am not tall. So I could,
Now you're defending her choices.
I could potentially drown in the bath. It was her bathroom. She picked it out. Fuck you.
Laminate flooring over wood.
No wood.
We've got the money.
If you've got the money, get hardwood. In fairness, I put down lino instead of laminate flooring because it's harder wearing and cheaper. So
Because we don't have the money.
also glass bounces on it, so it's great for a kitchen.
Yeah. Also, Chekhov's croquet mallet.
Yes.
And pretty much everything else they show in it, like work tools, sporting goods, and throwing knives, which is something I want to get into. Just have a throwing knife board outside, throw knives at it.
Get some axes as well.
Oh yeah, a friend of ours has axes. It's great fun.
Well, it's terrifying fun.
Yeah. Stand far enough back.
But actually, having mentioned the knives, the owner of said throwing knives is brilliant as well. Tasha is just a fun additional character as the
Lawyer best friend.
The ditzy best friend, but she's also a like really good criminal attorney.
And the child, which is oblivious to everything going on.
Karen.
Yeah.
The child that's called Karen. And the nanny's sick again. Of course the nanny is sick. Look at you.
No, Tasha was great fun, I have to say.
So you got the first two acts of it. Constant, just Leo is one step ahead of Janet. Sam's the idiot psychic going along with all the diet stuff, and it's very manosphere-y stuff. It's like you should be eating that, should be eating this, and he's mansplaining to her because I think she's the silly blonde housewife. And then it's the second part, and it all gets flipped, and it's shown that they're like superficial and fake, and she's actually the smart one, which is where it gets thrown on his head, and we hit the spoiler zone pretty hard on that one.
Yeah.
No, I like how there's little like hints that like her behavior isn't exactly atypical either.
And he,
and the
drops
way
one
you
or
would
two hints towards
normally
it as well.
react in that situation as well, as if especially with the level of uncomfortability that he's bringing to her. Normally, you're you would expect somebody like this would be like, well, I'm calling the police. So it's always like, why isn't she calling the police? Because I'd have called the police about 5 seconds after he got in my house. I'd have been like, fuck the hell off.
Between the bongos and Kira shouting at the screen, I had a hard time hearing this movie. Just be like, why? Just call the police. Just get rid of that asshole. Just get rid of him. And then the bongos.
Yeah, I had the same thing. It's like, why is she not calling the police? Call the police. I want to call the police straight away. I've got it in my notes. Call the police. Call the police.
Why are you not calling the police? And then when he's like with the violin, because he's been rifling through all the shit and she can hear somebody playing violin badly, and is like, oh, that's an expensive piece of equipment. Well done.
When Sammy comes out with the underwear that he found in the pipes. I found these in the pipes.
Yeah, it just makes you feel uncomfortable the entire time.
Yeah.
And so the ending is, I think I've got it overall. It's horrible people doing horrible things to horrible people.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think within about 5 minutes of this movie, I was like, if she kills him at the end of this, I'm 100% on her side.
You were 100% on her side after the towel and the ground beef.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Death. Instant death. Immediate execution. Disgusting.
But when the twist comes, I do like that it's not exactly what you're expecting, because you were more or less, especially kind of with the trailer, you're expecting the twist to just be that she turns the tables on him and he becomes the victim. And that is kind of what happens, but it's so much more than that. When they actually do, and even the twist kind of comes in parts, because there's one little bit to it regarding Leo, and then there's another little bit to it regarding her, and then a third bit as well. And I just like that it wasn't, because I was like, this could go very predictably, and it didn't go quite as predictably as I was expecting, which is always nice.
Yeah, I did get the how it's going to go. It's like, yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But the way it happened was so much more fun.
Yeah.
It just goes straight out, like, because it is a thriller to begin with. It's kind of slowly building upon her being nervous and the guy, Leo, pushing her and pushing her and pushing her. And then the last act just goes for that dark comedy.
Yeah.
And just,
it really does.
An American Psycho nod in there. And it's like, yeah, like that. And just, there's the end scene. There's just a bit where she smiles and it's like, yeah, that's amazing. Love it.
The bit at the end that really got me was, I'm trying to say it without spoilers, after they pick up their Grubhub order and go back to the house, just a little bit there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta be quick. Food's on the way.
That was a bit that got me. It was just when she pokes her head through the bars and starts smiling at the guys. Like,
yeah.
We're having a
Brilliant.
great day.
Yeah, it is a big recommend for me on that one.
Yeah, no, I did. I actually really enjoyed it, I have to say.
I love the lawyer. I want her to be my friend. She is a good lawyer.
She is a good lawyer.
They're like, give us $1
The
first.
mates rates.
Yeah. Do you love me? Yeah, because you hear snippets of her conversations with her clients, which are all at high volume of her just screaming down the phone.
Never call me on the burner phone, or
No,
only
you
call me on
only
the
ever
burner
call me
phone.
on the burner phones. Always remember burn, don't bury.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, you're insane. You're insane. I need to, you throw knives to calm down.
Yeah, no, that was, recommend that one, all right. Happy to watch that.
Yeah, no, delighted. I happily sit down and watch it again. Might put subtitles on because there's some mutterings going on that I feel would add to it.
Some bongos.
And some more, less bongos.
Less bongos, more volume on the dialogue.
Yeah.
And pleasantly surprised by both Nepo babies.
I mean, Milo is just doing an impression of dad, isn't he, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And he's banking on them blue eyes.
Cool. So give us your links. And we can go to the spoiler zone.
links. Search Monorants. We have 2 podcasts. Do that thing.
Excellent. You can find me at totalcultzone.com. My stuff is on there. and some music's playing in the background. It'll fade out shortly. Then we'll have 10 seconds of silence before we go to the spoiler zone. Which is live 10 seconds of silence. Seeing everything going on in the background. I hear my neighbours speeding down my road. Warning, the spoiler zone will be starting shortly. It's your own fault if you listen and have the film ruined. I mean, you could just watch the trailer and get most of it ruined anyway. We could have told you everything that happened. Really, it wouldn't have changed much. I'm just in it for the challenge, really, these days. So, spoiler zone.
Why they had Sammy. I didn't want them to kill Sammy. Especially but the way they lay it out. He's an ex-con. He's tried to go, steady.
Nobody knows
Who he is. He got a bus there. He doesn't have a phone. It's like, oh, this poor fucker is so dead. He's so
And Tasha's
dead.
like, we need him to make him a sandwich. Can't let him leave.
And then when she kills him.
It's like, oh no, the Grubhub driver.
No,
because I fully expected when he hit that garage door opener, that the poor Grubhub driver was just going to be stood there, and it was going to be like this horrific tableau of like her stabbing and your one with the blade, and the driver's just going to be stood there with the food.
But just sticking with Sammy, when he's getting beaten to death with the off screen with the pool ball or the croquet ball, and he's just like screaming, and his last words are, "I love you, Miss." What she called again, Miss Latham. It's just the brilliant culmination of all his little bits of when he's out in the yard talking to himself. Like, hey, you want to go do something sometime?
Yeah, it's essentially you find out that
great.
Janet has tied her husband up, and
I thought she
contractor hired.
killed him and he was in the boot of the car
I
until
wasn't sure if
she
he was
brought
dead or
food
not.
in.
Yeah, then we saw the food. Her little bit when she's when he's trying to freak her out by telling her about the home invasion that happened nearby, and she's just like salivating listening to it.
And then in her little fantasy, she climbs across the kitchen island and it's like telling me about how it cut the skin, and it was like, oh, you're kind of wackadoo. Look at you. And then watching the movie over and over again, and then reliving it. Very, very death becomes her.
Yeah.
Helen watching Madeline die over and over again.
Particularly the bit where she actually kills the husband. Where she stabs him a little bit and then goes off and then comes back and is talking to him. Well, after her whole speech, she comes back and she's talking to him, and they talk about the bathtub. And he's like, "What are you nuts? That thing's horrible." She stabs him. Oh,